Welcome back to another episode of Football Manager here on the ChesnoidGaming channel. Hopefully you guys had a good Saturday and Sunday's treating you well thus far. Saturday actually treated us quite well in the save. We picked up 3 wins in the 4 games we played in the last episode. We lost at home to Liverpool in the Premier League, but with an underperforming Sunderland up next at home, we'd like to think we'll be able to keep the winning streak going. It's the first time we've won back-to-back games at the end of the last episode, and well, why not make it 3 in a row? We want to make it 4 in a row if we can, with the Carabao Cup against Brentford coming as well. See a couple of big games against Spurs in the league and the Champions League on the way a little bit later on in the game, but we're going to start with Sunderland, so I'm not going to waste too much more time. I'm just going to ask you guys to hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check anything you may have missed on the channel page over the past few days. Well, we're going to start the same side that have been playing well recently. Romeo Lavia is actually earning himself a regular spot at the minute. Fair play to him. Esteval's been top. And Joao Pedro started to put the ball in the back of net as well. Come on. If we can make it back-to-back wins, I'll be absolutely bloody thrilled, quite frankly. Sunderland lining up in 4-1-4-1, you'd say? Or maybe you could class that as a 4-3-3 with Adingra and Talby forward as wingers. Xhaka, Diarra and Enzo Lefebvre in the midfield. Ronaldo Alderete, Mukiele and Getrauda with Robin Roos in goal. They've lost their last 5 games in a row, I think, Sunderland. So they're not going to be high in spirits. I'm going to say we're favourites here and I want us to play like it. This is an opportunity, and maybe the first opportunity we've had in the whole save to actually go out confident, play like it, and get a strong win. Sunderland are perhaps turning up here. See, their run of bad form has to end at some point. We just hope that it doesn't end here. But opportunities to... Whoa! Skims. I think that's more than skimming the crossbar. Thank you. Commentary text. Well and truly thumped the crossbar. Yeah, so this is actually really quite even in the opening exchanges here. But if we could just weather that early Sunderland storm and start to get a foothold in the game, then maybe once, I think it might be the case that good save. Once the well, I just said weathering the storm as well. If we're able to get a first goal, I think their morale will break. If we can get a goal to go in front, I think they crumble. But you've got to get that goal to go in front to get that to happen. Whilst it's still at 0-0, they'll be cautiously optimistic that maybe they can get something from it. The longer it stays at 0-0, the more they'll grow in confidence that maybe this is the day. Maybe this is the day they turn their form around. Maybe this is the day that Chelsea ensure that they're still just as miserable as they were before. Ruben Neves with a brilliant pass. Cole Palmer with a brilliant finish. It is 1-0 Chelsea. I was just thinking about making a change there. But we might hold off on it for a moment. Esteval in the box. Pull it back. Square it. You've got support. There's plenty of blue shirts around here. Malo Gusto deflected and in. And the timing of that was superb. Jacob gifts a sub on the Twitch channel. Thank you, Jacob. Don, welcome to the gang, mate. We'll dedicate that goal to both of you. Esteval with the assist. Malo Gusto, I thought was going to square it. Didn't. Burst beyond the defender. Takes a knock off another and finds the far bottom corner. That is going to be the victory for us here today. Guaranteed now. Chelsea are turning up. All I needed was 3 patches to the game. And now we're actually all right. We've seen the game through. It's a relatively straightforward result in the end with a 2-0 win over a Sunderland side that are floundering at the minute. It's a good win, well done. This side are still looking to keep themselves together as a group. We haven't made too many changes to the starting lineup for a little while. And that's mainly because everybody's doing their bloody job well at this particular moment in time. Got a post-match Sunderland, a post-match interview here, but we know we've always got a decent chance. Deflected goal from Malo Gusto, yeah, like we said at the time, as long as it goes in, a goal's a goal, it doesn't matter. We're up to 12th now, and we're only 3 points off 5th. Although we do have Brentford next, who, yes, it's in the Carabao Cup, but they're obviously having a decent start to the season, so they're not to be underestimated. And actually, if you cast your mind back to... thank you for eventually letting me do something. Cast your mind back to earlier in the season. We played Brentford in the Premier League, and it didn't go well. They beat us by a goal to nil. It was the only goal, actually, that we didn't score in to that point. Only Brentford and Liverpool have stopped us scoring so far this season. So we are absolutely not taking anything for granted in this Carabao Cup game at all. Everton are on a 10-game unbeaten run. Go on, lads. Right, Brentford in the Carabao Cup. We have, as you can tell, made a few changes to the starting lineup. They've made 2. The goalkeeper and a centre-back coming out. But they're still pretty first team, really, with the majority of their outfield players. This is our chance to get revenge, is what I'll say. Because obviously, we mentioned it earlier. They beat us in the league last time we played them. We want to play well in every match. Both teams come into this one on a spell of poor form. I mean, actually, I think you'll find we're all right. No, I'm saying we're fine. This is the first time in this season where actually our form hasn't been rubbish. So give me a break. Carabao Cup graphics, of course, which is nice to see. Always loved the extra licensing touches in any game. Santos James. It's a nice ball to Caicedo. If this leads to something, then it's top play. They're playing it about well. Just need movement. Pedro beats his man. Estevao. Golazo. Chelsea are firing. We've unlocked the door, boys and girls. I think we might be starting to become the team that we hoped we would be from the off. 25 minutes in, it's still our only shot of the game, actually. Brentford are kind of dominating at the minute. We are set up to counter-attack, and that's exactly what we're doing. Reece James underperforming again. I'm really I really hoped Reece James was going to be top, and he's been particularly not at the minute. That's a brilliant solo goal from Kevin Schade that has come from Reece James being further up the pitch, giving the ball away unnecessarily, and then being out of position. And Kevin Schade exploiting that space. That's why Malo Gusto keeps playing. At this point, I wouldn't be too far away from thinking about selling Reece James. He's been that bad for me. Jensen. Let's not go in at half-time behind, shall we? Rico Henry. Stood up. Thiago's going to be good in the air. Hashtag called it. We are going to go in behind at half-time because Brentford have turned it around. Again, the goal comes from Reece James' side of the pitch. Maybe I'm not utilising him well. Maybe I've got him set as the wrong role, but whatever it is, I can't get anything out of him at the minute. He's just not very good. Hickey beats Harto down the left-hand side here. I mean, if Brentford score a third, it's game over. There's something about Brentford, apparently. Something about Brentford that doesn't click. We have made a number of changes here, which is obviously a factor for sure. But at the same time, side should be doing better. I mean, we don't care about the Carabao Cup, but so long as this doesn't affect the rest of the form, then that's fine. I don't mind a hiccup in the Carabao Cup with a rotated 11. I can put up with that. Reece James again. They've got... When did it... Okay, whilst I was talking to chat, Brentford got a man sent off. I'm going to move Shempong to right back and bring on Chalobah, I think. A red card, was there? I must have missed that. But regardless, the 10 men are still winning by 2 goals and we're that far away from making it 4-1. He's just sat on the sidelines now because he's got a red card. But I'm not sure. Regardless, we are going to lose this game in the Carabao Cup against 10-man Brentford. We did have a spell of real significant pressure after the red card, couldn't find a way through, and then the game just kind of petered out from there. We weren't good enough. There's nothing more I can say than they're just... We weren't good enough. So we're out of the Carabao Cup. It gives us the opportunity to focus elsewhere. is what we'll say. It's generally what you say in moments like this, isn't it? So we'll get back to winning ways, hopefully, in the not too distant future in the Premier League. Although it is Tottenham away next, and I think that's twice. Because I think the Champions League game is away as well. It is. We're going to play at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium twice in the space of 4 days. That could go horribly for us, couldn't it, really? 3 wins in a row in the competitions we genuinely care about, and defeat in the one we're not asked about isn't the worst thing in the world, so long as we can get back to a decent position and a decent scoreline in the game against Tottenham. I saw it going off. I thought they were making a sub. Well, we've got the Premier League game against Spurs first. They've made 3 changes with Brennan Johnson, Xavi Simons and Mickey van der Ven coming in from presumably their game also in the Carabao Cup midweek, although I'm not sure what their fixture list looks like. They've got very deep 2 central midfielders in Bentancur and Polinia. So I'm imagining they're probably going to try and soak up a lot of pressure and then catch on the counter. We've gone back to the side that was playing really well prior to... I'll say we're playing this lot twice in a row, so let's go and put a statement out, especially considering both games are away from home as well. Playing the same sort of side that was pre-Brentford having a very good time of things. So, it's business as usual. How this one goes is probably going to be a precursor for how the Champions League game goes, which is why I gave the team talk I did, but you saw there Tottenham are top of the table, so this is most likely, if we're completely honest with ourselves, going to go the same way as Liverpool, although probably more goals for the opposition. Free kick for Tottenham in a very good position. Porro should, at the very least, get it on target, which he did. I was kind of hoping we'd get to see that from behind, actually, but we're not lucky enough to get that replay angle, that live angle. Sure, maybe with a replay angle we might well have done, but I probably shouldn't be playing all-out attack or so heavily attacking in this game against Spurs away from home, really, should I? But you still want to play the right style of football regardless of opposition. I've always been of the mindset that I want the opposition to adapt to us rather than us adapting to the opposition. But sometimes you're just not quite lucky enough, don't have the form or capability to do that. That's another good save at the other end by the goalkeeper Vicario to stop us from taking the lead at the other end. But as you might well imagine, and as you can quite clearly see from the match stats, one-way action thus far. Kudus beats his man. Danger. Yeah. A lot of goals in this match engine come with rebounded scenarios like that. 1-0 down here to Spurs. The goal has been coming. Kudus beats Cucurella. Just leaves him for dead. And I think, is it another one similar to earlier? No, he did shoot there, hits the post, and then man free at the back post to just turn in to an empty net. We've scored a couple of goals in similar circumstances in yesterday's episode, and now we've conceded one as well. That's a lovely ball out wide to Matthijs Tel, who was dropped from the starting lineup after their last game. Randall Colomwani, I think, is absolutely running away with the goal-scoring charts this season. Every time I've looked at a Tottenham score, Colomwani has picked up a goal. He's done so again against us here to make it 2-0 to Tottenham now. And based on this performance and the way that the tactical battle has gone, I am just waiting to get smashed in the Champions League game as well. 11 goals in 14 games so far this season for Mr. Randall Colomwani. So, we've pulled one back through Enzo Fernandez. Go on, lad. So, I think Colomwani is one of the best strikers in the league at the minute, it looks like. Second free kick from this sort of position that Enzo Fernandez has buried this season. Almost identical to his first goal. But we'll take it. Now's where I'd go encourage. But, never mind. I do miss the shouts. Even if they didn't do anything, if it was just placebo effect, I do miss the shouts. 92nd minute highlight. Spurs in possession though. We wouldn't deserve anything from the game, so I'm not anticipating winning the ball back and scoring an equalising goal. Xavi Simons play through, and there's the third for Spurs. There you go. Colin Moani with the assist to go with his goals as well. So he's clearly creative as well as devastating in putting the ball away himself. Spurs 3, Chelsea 1. I don't really want to see that again, quite frankly. Sad. All right. That's a defeat in the Premier League. We've gone from a run of wins to losing back-to-back games. Tottenham look like they're lining up with a similar formation to last time, or same formation, similar lineup. You see the changes they've made again. It says Brennan Johnson back in, but Brennan Johnson played the last game. So did Xavi Simons. But Polini is out. Kudus is out. So they have made some changes. This just looks like it's not actually correct. So we'll put that down to being beta. I put a stronger side out for this one. At least a more obvious side out for this one. So I'll say let's go and get revenge, but I'm not really expecting much, quite frankly. It's just another day at the office. I don't want to draw too much. I don't want to say too much about this. But Tell starts on the left rather than being off the bench as per last time. In the league phase, we're currently 11th. Our early results, we've got Barcelona and Atletico Madrid still to come, so we've got some very difficult games to come still in this league phase. So I fear for us not getting... Well, we're definitely not going to get top 8. That I would be certain of. I fear for us getting knocked out entirely with some very difficult games still to come. But we live in hope that in the games that aren't Barcelona and Atleti, against whom I can't actually remember who those fixtures are off the top of my head, we just have to be winning those. Barcelona and Atleti absolutely could both be defeats for sure. Oh, what a start. 4th minute, Cole Palmer, second goal in 4 games of the Champions League, 1-0 Chelsea. I'm still not necessarily expecting to do anything in this game, but that is a brilliant way to start. Palmer beats his man. I think it's Kevin Danso on his back, on his heels here, and on the left foot, across the foot of the goalkeeper, buries. Yeah, like I say, I'm not sure who those other fixtures are against. We'll have a look after this game on the way out, after at the end of the episode. But unless we get something unexpected against in this Spurs game or against Barcelona or Atleti, I think we might struggle to get top 24 genuinely in the Champions League. Gittins is in, squares it. Palmer. Oh. How? That's all I can say. I don't know how they've kept that out there. That should have been 2-0 and 2 goals in 3 minutes. 2 goals in 2 minutes. But it wasn't. Colin Moani with a header. Yeah, you're waiting for it. You're waiting for it. Ugh, as soon as that ball was hung up in the air, you knew Colin Moani was going to be on the end of it. They know how to utilise him. Thomas Frank has got Colin Moani absolutely singing up top. There's no one anywhere near him. How can you let a man that's that good in the air have so much free time and space, lads? Please, you're not helping yourselves. Went unemployed and Leal Tad 3rd Division Spain hired you. Nice. Love that. That's going to be a pen. Vaneka's gone to ground. It's given away a penalty. That's the first penalty given by VAR we've seen in the save. Yep, penalty given. Vaneka lost his man for Colin Moani to have the first goal. And now I think a certain Frenchman might be scoring his and Spurs' second here. It was an unbelievable start to go 1-0 up after 4 minutes. We very nearly made it 2 after 6. Not only has he saved it, he's held it. How rare is that you see a penalty taken and the goalkeeper dives and just clutches it and hangs on to it? That is rare. Deary me. Vicario assist, apparently, for... That's strange. A Vicario assist for a missed penalty. Well, now we're on the attack. Never mind. Now they're on the attack. Oh, lovely little scoop down from Brennan Johnson. And again, the matchday stuff is so good. Apart from the defenders maybe not necessarily still quite being where they should be, but it's still very good. Colin Moani scores anyway. All right, cool. It is 2-1 Tottenham, just not how we thought it would be. We're actually not playing that badly. It's just Van Ecker is undoing everything we've done at the minute. I mean, whilst it's only 2-1, there is still the chance we could get something out of this. So I might as well go attacking here and try and maybe nab an equaliser in the last few minutes. No point just sitting on a 2-1 defeat. Might as well go for it in the Champions League. And we've tried to go for it, and nothing has happened. Well, it was better, but it still wasn't good enough. Seemed to lose confidence, Robert Sanchez. It was better, but it wasn't good enough. But players will react positive. As long as I don't have to ever play against Colin Mwani again, I'll be fine. I did not enjoy playing against Randall Colin Mwani twice in that game, in that episode. 3 straight defeats. God, we went 3 straight victories. We were like, oh, we've turned a corner. We whacked it in reverse. Wolves and Burnley next. Hopefully will give us a positive start to the next episode. But then it's Barcelona and Arsenal, which is not ideal. So it's Atleti, Barca, Celtic and Olympiacos. Now, Celtic and Olympiacos, you say 6 points. But we're not going to beat about the bush. Barca and Atleti are just 2 defeats for us in the state we are right now. Okay, I think we could go through. The draw against Inter might actually be the deciding result, but to beat Benfica was important too. Obviously, Galatasaray. Oh, that was a friendly. Ignore me. The win against Benfica was important. Those 4 points have set us up at least well. Getting the late winner against Bilbao could be huge as well. I say late, it was actually a 62nd minute. Tomorrow, we hope to at least bounce back before then reverting to type. But we will, in the next episode, sorry, not tomorrow. The next episode will come to you soon, though, for sure. I'm not sure when I'll schedule it in, but it will be soon. Regardless, I am going to record it now. So drop the video a like if you've enjoyed. Subscribe to the channel to make sure you don't miss out on any more. If you have any advice for me, I am all ears. So do please let me know in the comments section. We thought we turned the corner. We haven't quite, but we go again. I shall see you at home against Wolves in the next one. Bye-bye.